The glory of Tajuddin Baba, I am with you. Healing the sick and such miracles are common enough even among saints of a lesser order, and the skeptic's mind is not much touched by the replacement of medicine with faith as a means of cure. Other worldly blessings might pass for happy coincidences. There is a realm of miracles which defies all comprehension and needs the utmost disbelief, verging on dogma and superstition, to brush them aside heedlessly. Baba Tajuddin revelled in them, and thereby the world knew that he is one of the greatest saints. The most striking of these is Huzur Tajuddin's presence in more than one place at the same time and in diverse physical forms. Even while he sat at Sakardara or Waki, in another form he would go to someone's house or office and help them out of a difficulty or do their office work for them. Once this mysterious double form went as a lawyer to argue a case at the court, and on another occasion he even sat as a judge in a court. This type of miracle is indeed found in the accounts of great saints like Sri Sai Baba of Shirdi. Such cases are recorded by Sri Paramahamsa Yogananda in his autobiography of a yogi. Similar occurrences have been reported in the lives of saints in Israel and Arabia too. There are strange instances when the saint concerned often travelled thousands of miles in the wink of an eye and even took his devotees with him. Sri Satya Sai Baba of Puttaparthi has many such miracles to his credit. Hindu scriptures and in fact all of world scriptures speak of such miracles as the grace of God that he mercifully bestows on the seekers as a reward for his piety, humility and zeal to serve the suffering people materially and spiritually. Nagina is a town in UP where a Qazi by name Ahmad Ali Shah lived. He worked as a Kuriki officer, that is, he looked after the actioning of insolvents' property. His pay was low and he compensated it by accepting bribes freely. When he was transferred from that place, he found that in the accounts there was a deficit of 24 rupees and he was charged with misappropriation of money. He spent thousands of rupees in bribing superiors to escape punishment, but it was all in vain. In desperation, he started seeking the divine intervention of sadhus and fakirs through their blessings. When he almost grew desperate even in this endeavor, someone suggested to him to seek the protection of Hazrat Tajuddin Baba. So he promptly arrived in Nagpur and went to the saint. Immediately on seeing him, Tajuddin Huzur said, "Stay." Accordingly, he stayed in Nagpur for 4 days, and on the 5th day he again ordered stay. After some more days, Huzur Tajuddin gave him permission to go home, saying, "I am with you." Ahmad Ali Shah returned home full of apprehension and knocked his door. To his utter surprise, when the door was opened for him, no one in the house expressed any curiosity regarding his trips or absence from home for so many days. When he asked his wife to pay for the coachman, she picked up a quarrel with him and asked him whether he had brought the earnings for her, which he had been promising her every day and did so even the day before. The Qazi was amazed at her remark. He told her that he was just then returning home after nearly 1 year of wandering from fakir to fakir. But none in the house believed his words, for they saw him every day going out in the morning and returning in the evening. They saw him repeating the Lord's name himself incessantly through the nights. The Qazi brushed aside everything they said as sheer nonsense. Then they even told him that the case of misappropriation was decided in his favor and that he even drew his pay for the period. The Qazi could not understand anything. He went to his office, but there was too. He was surprised to see that No one in the office expressed any curiosity about his long absence from his seat. When he looked into the office register, there was his daily signature. The same day, his superior officer sent for him and expressed him sympathy and regrets for the worry the case and caused him. But he did not say a word about Ahmad Ali's long absence from the office. Then he remembered the parting message of Tajuddin Sarkar, "I am with you." He realized that, assuming his form, Huzur Tajuddin had been mysteriously attending to the court affairs and office all through last year. Ahmad Ali was overwhelmed with gratitude and wanted to express the same personally to the great Fakir and left for Nagpur. He had to change trains at Delhi. There he was met by a man and a dog who walked by his side. The ticket collector asked the Qazi for their tickets too. For the stranger said that he and his dog were the companions of the Qazi and that he had their tickets with him. The Qazi was exasperated and protested that he is not answerable to them as they were not his companions. When he came out of the station, he could not see the dog and the man anywhere. He felt relieved of the nuisance. Later he reached Nagpur and approached Huzur Tajuddin to touch his feet in homage. On seeing him, Baba laughed loudly and said, "Did I not tell you that I am with you? But at the Delhi railway station you disowned me and broke off from my company." The Qazi was again shocked to learn that the man with the dog whom he encountered at the Delhi railway station was Tajuddin himself and that he had stupidly disowned him. He shed tears and with folded hands begged to be pardoned. Tajuddin Sarkar was only too ready to pardon him and comforted him with a smile and blessing. Once a Madrasi Brahmin came to Sakardara for Baba's darshan after obtaining leave from the office for 4 days. He spent the 4 days blissfully in the service of the great saint and on the last day sought his leave to return to his headquarters. But the Baba did not grant him permission to leave Sakardara. 1 week passed. The Brahmin was worried about his office and so he once again sought Huzur Baba's permission, but the latter had kept silent. This time, however, the visitor brushed off all thought of seeking his leave and stayed on in the service of this supreme lord of all bosses for 1 month, when he was granted permission to go home. Though at the time of his homeward journey he was calm and unperturbed, on the way he started brooding over the awkwardness that he would have to encounter on facing his officer to explain his long absence from duty without leave. However, when he arrived at his home, neither his wife nor his children referred to his long absence. Even at the office, no one expressed any surprise at it. As usual, in the evening, the peon came to his seat and said, "The officer wants you to send him yesterday's files." Then the Brahmin understood that it was all a miracle of Tajuddin Baba and that none of them knew of his absence, that Baba Tajuddin himself acted as his substitute both at home and in the office all the time. Then he divulged the whole thing to his colleagues and officers, who were all utterly amazed at the miracle. An old Muslim gentleman by name Jan Shah was wandering in the Afghanistan hills in search of light. In course of his wanderings, he once went on a pilgrimage to Makkah. There he met a saint in green robes and marveled at the spiritual radiance of his face and prostrated before him. The saint said in a foreign accent, "Not here, come to Waki near Nagpur, which is famous for santras, that is a variety of oranges grown around Nagpur. There you will know everything." Before Jan Shah could ask him what and where Waki was, the saint vanished. Jan Shah came to Nagpur and was inquiring about Waki. His foreign accent made it impossible for any native to follow his pronunciation, and so he was told that there was no such place thereabout. When Jansha stood there perplexed, Mr. Ahmad Khan, a devotee of Tajuddin Baba, came there and directed him to the great saint. When Jansha arrived at Waki, he recognized Tajuddin Sarkar at the very first sight, for he was indeed the saint that had directed him to go there at the mountains of Afghanistan. Jansha became his disciple and stayed away in the service of Baba for the rest of his life. He moved along with the latter to Sakardara. Whenever Tajuddin Sarkar was in an ecstatic mood, abusing someone vehemently, Jansha used to ask, Baba, why do you abuse him? Baba used to reply very lovingly, No, I am not abusing him, I am blessing him. The way Baba drew the old man from Afghanistan is indeed marvelous.